Cowboys are a team that are known to be underachievers. They seem to every single year be at the top of the list at the beginning of the season and then at the bottom of the list at the end of the season. Now, obviously this past season was a little bit different because the Dallas Cowboys did actually make the playoffs. They did pretty well, but they just can't seem to get over the hump. And now that the Philadelphia Eagles are looking like a legitimate dynasty, looks like the aging Dallas Cowboys roster is going to have some issues here. So with that being said, I figured why not take it upon myself to rebuild America's team into what they used to be, a dynasty, one of the best teams in the league, period. Now, one of the biggest issues here is Ezekiel Elliott is 27 years old, but he is getting way too much money. Now, hopefully what we'll do is we'll either cut or trade Zeke. We've got some decent receivers. Obviously, Dalton Schultz is probably going to go. We do need another receiver. We need a tight end. We could use some more offensive linemen. We don't have the greatest offensive line, that's for sure. It's not bad, but it's not great. Not what you're used to seeing from a Dallas Cowboys team. So that's going to be one of the biggest things we're going to look to rebuild is that offensive line. The defensive line isn't great either, but we are going to move to a 3-4 here. So hopefully some of the changes that we will make on the roster will make a big difference and reflect the fact that we are changing to a new scheme. So a lot of these guys are either not going to be here or will be playing different positions even. So we'll see how that goes. But we've got a decent, starting build here. We've got superstar corner. We've got a superstar pass rusher. We've got some pretty good other players just in general as well. Obviously, there's still some holes on this team. And in terms of draft picks, we still have our first, second, third, fourth, fifth. No sixth this year, though, unfortunately. So we're going to have to try to trade up probably in the first round. We'll see what happens, though. But let's get into the offseason. All right, so the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, obviously, because this is being recorded after the Super Bowl. I just forced that. But Patrick Mahomes wins NFL MVP. Pretty much everybody that won other than Defensive Rookie of the Year is all the same. So, with that being said, this Dallas Cowboys team needs some new life. We already had that a little bit as us being hired as the head coach. So, we're going to need to add some more players. First things first, let's look who we have to re-sign. Tony Pollard is an obvious yes. Well, is he an obvious yes? Because here's the thing. He is 26 years old. He's wanting a 5-year deal. Yeah, I think we're going to move on from Tony Pollard. Dalton Schultz, no. Leighton Vander Esch, maybe, but he's not very interested in us. Donovan Wilson, I'm not very interested in. Terrence Steele, I do like. Let's see if we can't sign him here. And if not, we'll probably be able to re-sign him in free agency. He's not interested. There's not a whole lot here either that we really need to re-sign. But the guys that we really wanted didn't want us. So that's not a great way to start this rebuild as the Dallas Cowboys. But fortunately for me, we still have some really good players. And with that being said, we still have some pretty big trades to make here. So Zeke Elliott obviously needs to go. But these we're going to wait until we sim this week. All right, so we obviously didn't re-sign anyone. Let everybody hit free agency was probably not the best idea, but can't really do too much else. Zeke Elliott, cap penalty of 11.9 mil. Maybe we could trade him. Maybe. That's a really hard maybe. Because there's not many teams that really need a running back, which actually the Cardinals could make some sense because DeAndre Hopkins, could we trade old player for old player? Because realistically, the Cowboys need another wide receiver. I mean, obviously you're going to take on a lot of money by taking on D-Hop, but Zeke Elliott's contract is very similar to D-Hop's. And you know what? I'm going to try this, and if it goes through, I'll be very happy. Okay, declined, but not by a lot. We're going to go ahead and move on from this D-Hop swap here, just because of the fact that I don't really want it, so I don't want to have to add more to the trade to make it go through. We could take Trey McBride, though. He's a solid young tight end. There's not very much else. Maybe a pick. Maybe Trey McBride in like a third rounder for Zeke Elliott. I would be happy with that. Accepted. Okay. So we got a starting tight end and a third round pick for a guy that, you know, obviously is an 86 overall in the game, but in real life, he's not even going to be on the team. So Tyler Smith, we are going to move over to right tackle just because of the fact that we don't need him at left. Just makes sense. Swap him over there. Now our offensive line kind of looks solid. We've obviously got starters at left tackle, right guard, and right tackle. Our center probably will be our starters still, but we'll also look to upgrade there. We've got some good young players on the D-line. I would like to add a little bit more here, but we're going to go ahead and cut Neville Gallimore just because we don't want to pay that guy basically $1.5 million. And he won't even be on the team next year anyway. So, our corners are pretty solid. I don't think we really need to add much there. Maybe one solid vet. We do... Jaron Curse is pretty solid. Malik Hooker's pretty solid as well. I kind of would like to trade Curse, though, and sign a big-name safety. Because, honestly, I feel like the Cowboys really have lacked most in the safety department on the defense. I feel like defensive tackle and safety is like their two big needs. And if there's a decent amount of guys here. Deshaun Elliott, I do love as a Lions fan. I think he's a really good player. I think he's very underrated as well. But he just isn't too much different than Curse, I don't think. Obviously, he's a lot younger, so that might be a tipping point there. Which actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to sign Terrell Burgess here. Just a 3-year, smaller deal, just because he would be a solid addition whether or not he starts. How much does Deshaun want? Yeah, I don't know, about $6 million per year. I wonder what we could get in a trade for Jaron Curse. Let's just go $5 million straight and see how far away we are. Not super close here. Now, obviously, defensive line is a big need for us. Moving to a 3-4 as well, we're going to need more of like a nose guard here. Really not a lot available, unfortunately, on the defensive line, seems like. Greg Gaines could be okay, but these guys want way too much money for what they are. Terrence Steele, we're going to try to bring him back for sure. Give him a little bit more money than we initially offered. We're at the top of the heap, so we've got pretty good odds at landing him or retaining him, I guess. Now, Caleb McGarry would make some sense. We could probably move him to guard. Give him a 3-year deal, probably like 2.5 and 2.2, just because there's nobody else interested in him, so I think we might have the upper hand on that. We obviously need offensive linemen no matter what here, so that's kind of the big push. Will Hernandez would be really good too, I think, at guard. He could play some other positions for us too if need be. And honestly, if we're so much higher, or if Will Hernandez likes us way more than McGarry does, we'll just go ahead. Yeah, we're going to withdraw our offer on McGarry because it seems like Will Hernandez will most likely sign with us. And he'll probably play center for us if we end up re-signing Steele. But here's the thing. So wide receiver is one of those positions for this team that we really do need a third receiver, like really badly. But I don't know if that's the type of thing we want to do in free agency. I think Paris Campbell would be perfect. Add him in free agency and then maybe draft somebody, in the second or third round as well. Let's see how far away we are. We're not too far apart. Let's look at our targets right now. We're going to go ahead and withdraw our offer on Burgess as well because we are not on the top of his list. Let's see. So running back is the position really that we're going to look at right now. $7.5 million per year, man. That's kind of insane. Shoot. Rashad Penny would make a lot of sense in this offense. We didn't keep Zeke or how am I already forgetting his name? Tony Pollard. We didn't keep Zeke or Tony Pollard, so I feel like Rashad Penny would make a lot of sense. I know he's 27, so he's a little bit on the older end, or older side, I should say. But if we can get him for cheap enough, I wouldn't be mad. And honestly, the plan now is to draft one in the first round. Hopefully, Bijan Robinson is the plan here. Like I said, we might have to trade up and see what we can get. Kareem Hunt wouldn't be bad. Jamal Williams wouldn't be bad either. Singletary wouldn't be bad, but I don't love him. Let's just see if Penny is interested. Okay, we've got some interest here, so we're going to go ahead and evaluate these offers. Deshaun Elliott's not going to sign here. Go ahead and withdraw our offer there. My signings, we only got Will Hernandez. So Terrence Steele decided to sign elsewhere. Miles Sanders is a Carolina Panther. Michael Thomas is an Eagle always. He always ends up as an Eagle for some reason. But we've got a lot of good players left. I just wanted to see where Terrence Steele went. Packers. That's what I figured. They were his #1 team over us, so it kind of made sense. Tony Pollard, man. He's only 26. But the thing is, if my plan is to trade out for Bijan, then I'm not going to want to sign Pollard as well. Samaje Perine could make some sense in this offense. Deontay Foreman wouldn't be bad. James Robinson. I think Deontay Foreman would be a pretty good pickup for this team. On a 2-year, $3 million deal, $3 million per year, I should say, isn't bad. If we can get Penny and Foreman, and then draft Bijan, I would be completely happy with getting rid of Zeke and Tony Pollard. Shit. We're going to try to sign another receiver. Robbie Anderson wants way too much damn money, though. Alan Lazard, Darius Slayton, actually, I would not be mad at. I'm going to go ahead and try to get Darius Slayton. He's a pretty good player. I'd be willing to pay a little bit more for him than Paris Campbell. Yeah, just because he's star dev, and I just really like him as a player in general. Now, the only other position that we really, really need, well, not necessarily really, really need, but actually could upgrade at is the starting strong safety position. And Adrian Amos would be a beautiful addition to this defense. The only problem is he wants a lot of money. 2-year, $8 million deal for him isn't bad, I don't think. But we're not in the top few, so we need a kicker as well. So I'll have to keep that in mind as we go through the process here. So Rashad Penny still waiting around. Paris Campbell still waiting around. Darius Slayton, Deontay Foreman. We still only have signed Will Hernandez. So not a great job for us. Wow, Tony Pollard going to New England. That's insane. That's really wild. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try to sign Jamal Williams. Let's give him a 2-year deal. And let's do pretty much $5 million per. Yeah, he doesn't really like that deal. And I can't say I'm mad at him for it because it's really not a great deal. But anyway, we should look at kickers too. We probably need a punter and a kicker. I'm going to go ahead and look at both punter and kicker and see. So we definitely need a punter and a kicker, and we're just going to go ahead and advance the week because we used up all of our evaluations. All right, let's see if anyone has signed. Hey, let's go. Rashad Penny, Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton, and Will Hernandez all coming to the Cowboys. Now, Jamal Williams is a guy we'd still like to sign, but I'm not going to push I almost wanted to say envelope there. But Adrian Amos ends up signing with the Eagles, of course. Keanu Neal wouldn't be bad, but I don't love him either. Taylor Rapp wouldn't be bad, but I don't love him either. He's got star dev, though, so I'll give him a 3-year deal, but I'm just going to be cheap because it doesn't seem like anybody else really wants him. We're not even in the top 5, so it's not like it matters. Safety is one of those positions, though, that we have already. I just wanted to upgrade if possible. And it looks like a lot of the corners are gone already, too. But really, we just need like a Fuller or a Boye. I don't know. I kind of want to go young here. Let's go with Isaiah Oliver. Maybe, if he'll sign. Let's try to sign one more corner as well. David Long would be great. And he wants to come here too, so. $3 million per year. Not bad for him. So we've got a few, I wouldn't say issues here, but we've still got a few holes on this team. Middle linebacker is kind of a hole still. Rashaan Evans would be beautiful. I would love to bring Rashaan Evans on this team. Rashaan, not Rashad. Got him confused with the UFC fighter, apparently. So we're going to withdraw on him, actually. Not too interested. I don't want to overpay. I definitely should have looked at linebacker earlier. Jonas Griffith wouldn't be a bad addition at all. 2-year deal, I'll give him that. $2.5 million per. Van Der Esch went to the Broncos, of course. Man, Rashaan Evans, I would love to have him on this team, but he's just not interested, I guess. Landon Collins wouldn't be a bad pickup. Really, we're just going to have to try to either trade or draft for or draft a linebacker. I had my tongue tied apparently right there. Now let's look at kicker. Harrison Butker. Evan McPherson is a free agent. Wow. Let's give him a 4-year, 5-year deal. I don't know why the Bengals would let him walk. That doesn't even make sense. And then let's go punter. I guess Tommy Townsend will work. 5 years. Let's go 1.8 or 2.8 basically. I wonder if there's any good backup quarterbacks available. Marcus Mariota wouldn't be a bad addition, I don't think. I think he'd be perfect, honestly. 2-year deal. Let's go there. So Jamal Williams, Townsend, McPherson, we got a lot of guys. So we're just going to evaluate these offers and see. I'm not really too interested in getting every single one personally, but I would like to get most of them if possible. Landon Collins is not going to be here. Isaiah Oliver won't be either. So we did get Evan McPherson, though. We got Rashad Penny. We got David Long and Jonas Griffith. Okay. So we're going to take a look at the roster real quick to see really what we still need, if there is any. We do still have some we still have some draft picks. So like I said, Bijan Robinson is going to be our number one thing that we're going to try to do in that first round. But at the same time, we're not going to push it too much. Move Will Hernandez over to left guard, and now our offensive line is looking pretty damn solid. Defensive line still meh. Could use definitely some new players there. Probably end up moving Damon Clark inside because we are moving to a 3-4, like I said before. And actually, we'll just go ahead and do that now. Probably still need another middle linebacker. Safeties are solid. Got our kicker. So linebacker, middle and outside is a big need for us still. Probably the biggest need on the team. Don't really need much else. Quan Alexander wouldn't be a bad addition at all. Yeah, 1-year deal. He could play either or, honestly. Whatever we would need him to play more on is whatever he would play. Left outside, not a lot of players left here. Frank Clark could be a solid addition depending on how much money he wants. A little bit too much for me, but I'd be interested in giving him that. Only team that's interested too, so. Larry Ogunjobi wouldn't be bad, but he wants way too much money for what he's actually worth on this game. We're going to rescind our offer on him as well. Foreman, Alexander, Mariota. Hopefully we can get all these guys. Yep, We signed everybody. Let's go. Not the greatest free agency class by any means, but we definitely shored up our needs. We don't have to necessarily reach on anybody in the draft now. We can kind of just go best player available and do that and see what happens, because we're pretty much good to go now, honestly. Like, I think looking at this roster right now, I would feel comfortable playing a season with this team. Like, I feel like I'd be like, okay, this is a really good team. And we still have the draft to go. So, with that being said, I'm pretty excited because there's a lot that we could do here. Obviously, we still have some needs, but we're not going to reach, is the point. Bijan is obviously my number one, the prospect I want the most, but, well, that's not true. I would probably rather have Will Anderson personally, but we're going to try to get Bijan. We're going to try real hard. We've got some fifth-year options here. CeeDee Lamb, yeah, we'll go ahead and pick up his fifth year. He's going to want like $20 million a year, so save us 1 year of that. Probably be closer to like 12 or 14 for him right now, but I think before we go into the draft, we're going to try to make a pretty big trade because this is tough. We could try to get Ramondre Stevenson because Pollard just went there. But I think what we're going to do is try to find a linebacker. Man, nothing. There's really nothing on the trade block right now, but there is a possibility that we can move something. I do like Marcus Mariota as a backup quarterback here. Pretty much perfect fit. The Buccaneers would be a perfect team to trade with because a guy like Shaq Barrett is getting $15 million per year. And I'm gonna bet money that they would be interested in moving him. And yeah, paying Shaq Barrett $15 million a year right now is a lot of money for him, but it would shore up a need. And it just makes sense, I think. I wonder if Mike Evans is available at all. Nope, not really. Chris Godwin's probably even less available than Mike. Yeah. You know, I wonder how much it would take to get Mike Evans, honestly. Just going to throw some things at him and see. Marcus Mariota, they got interest with him. Yeah. It's going to take way too much, so we're just going to try to get Shaq Barrett and also Kenny Young. Let's see if we can make that work. Declined, but barely. Maybe taking off Kenny Young will make it go through. Barely declined still. Throw in this third running back. Still barely declined. This guy. Accepted. Okay. And now the first thing that we're going to do now that we have Shaq Barrett is go ahead and restructure his deal. And the way that you do that is you go ahead and edit that player, but I'm not going to cheat and go, oh, he's making $15 million a year. Let me give him $5 million. This is what I do. So realistically, as an NFL team that just traded for Shaq Barrett, you'd look at his contract and you go, okay, he's got 1 year left, $15 million, but no money guaranteed, and he knows that too. So what I would say is, I would give him, well, technically he's got 2 years left. I would say, take $3 million off, right? The whole deal. Or per year, I mean. So he's going to make closer to $12 million per year for those 2 seasons. But the difference is he's going to get some of that up front in a signing bonus. You see? So now he's getting $5 million. Here you go. Here's $5 million. Just to make basically $3 million per season less on the cap. So restructure his deal, give him that $5 million up front, and that way next year we can still cut him or trade him or whatever we want to do. So Shaq Barrett, welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. And that honestly probably was the best way that could have went. I traded Dorrance Armstrong and a bunch of randoms kind of for him, so that worked out well. We can move Quan Alexander over to middle, and now we're pretty much good to go. Now is where we can go, all right, Bijan Robinson, you're the guy. We're taking you. But before we go ahead and do that, let's see what other running backs I could be interested in. Because the problem is, I don't want to give up a bunch necessarily to trade up for him. So I feel like Zach Charbonnet or Devin A. Chain or really any of these guys could be really good. Because I do know we're going to have to trade up to at least probably pick 19 or so to not miss out on Bijan. Let's get into this draft. On the clock now. And I don't know if some of you can notice throughout this video, I'm not exactly energetic. That's just because I currently have the flu. So just trying to power through, get some videos done, and see what's up. So first overall pick is the Chicago Bears. Now, we're not going to trade up to that selection, so we're just going to go ahead and advance the pick. They take Tyree Wilson. Wow. Then Bryce Young. Probably Jalen Carter, yep. Then probably a quarterback, but maybe Will Anderson. Miles Murphy. Okay. Will Anderson is on the board right now at pick 5. Do the Seahawks? Yep. I was going to say, the Seahawks have to take him. Lions go with a left tackle, which is kind of insane. There's still a lot of QBs left on the board. Will Levis goes. So Will Levis is the second quarterback off the board, and he goes at number 8. The Falcons drafted Will Levis, and now Michael Mayer goes to Carolina. The Eagles go with a defensive end. C.J. Stroud to Tennessee makes a lot of sense at 11. Like, that really is probably the best pick of this draft so far. Houston at 12 goes left tackle. So right here is where we're going to have to start thinking about moving up. We're probably not going to do it yet, of course, but we're going to look at our draft board, see where Bijan is, probably right at the top. Oh, wow. So there's still a few guys that are ranked ahead of him. We should be all right, probably. We'll probably end up moving up with the Lions, realistically. On the clock now. JSN goes to the Patriots. Wow. Anthony Richardson to the Packers. Whoa. That's wild. That is wild here. So here's the question. Do we trade up with the Lions, knowing that we will get Bijan? Or do we wait a few more, hopefully not have to give up as much, and still get Bijan? The problem I'm having is I'm not sure that the Buccaneers will not take him, because it could. I mean, it's very, very likely to happen, honestly. Okay, so they're not interested in Quan. What about Jonas? Not really, but it's not super far. Sucks that I moved Quan over to middle now. Shoot. Kendall Sheffield, maybe. I just wonder who they're more interested in out of the two. Sheffield for sure. Okay, so maybe we can do our first rounder, Sheffield, in a 4th. Likely that this won't go through. It'll probably take a 3rd. So a 1st and a 3rd for Bijan. That's a lot. I feel like that's kind of a lot. Maybe we can get a 4th back in this trade. I doubt it, but it's possible. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and try to trade up with the Bucks instead. Devin Witherspoon goes to the Lions. So the Buccaneers are our next trade candidate. And this is a team that we might be able to get to trade for Marcus Mariota. So that's something that we could do. We are only moving up 8 spots at this point. So Marcus Mariota in pick 27 might just get this to go through. And what we're going to do is we're going to also include... Let's go with Mason. Actually, let's go with Jeff Driscoll. He's been a decent quarterback. Barely declined, which means this is likely going to go through, which means we have likely solidified Bijan Robinson. Ooh, still declined, buddy. Okay, so it's going to take a pick. Yeah, it's going to take another pick for sure. I really thought that was going to go through. I thought that was pretty much done. Yeah, 4th rounder. Man, I don't really want to give up a 4th. Maybe if I take Driscoll off, that'll change something. I hope. Probably not, but it might. So they almost accepted it with the corner, which means they will probably take a 5, but I'm going to go with the next year's 6, barely declined, which means this year 5 will likely get it done. And I'm cool with that. Marcus Mariota, my first-round pick and my 5th-round pick for Bijan. Literally what we just did was we replaced Zeke Elliott with Zeke Elliott. I mean, pretty much. And I will gladly pick Bijan right here. Thank you. 90 speed. He's going to be a beast for us. And we just got another rookie running back. It is a stud at that. So, and now we're not going to end up trading up at all again. So we're just going to go ahead and advance to the next user pick. So now we're really looking at linebacker or offensive line or defensive line. Gervon Dexter could be a beast. Darnell Wright wouldn't be bad, I don't think. Andre Carter. Ooh, Andre Carter might be perfect. Let's see. Kalijah Cansey. So Andre Carter would be pretty solid for us. He'd definitely start at the other defensive end. We're gonna take him. And he's got hidden dev. Let's go. 85 speed. Andre Carter, welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. Darnell Wright goes right after him. Then Gervon Dexter. Zach Harrison. Probably could have went Gervon or Gervon Dexter. But it's all right. Man, I really kind of want to take one of these corners because I know they're both really good. But we don't need a corner. Colby Wooden could be solid as well. Another defensive lineman. Do I really want to take another defensive lineman right now, though? That's kind of the question. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look at my team. Really decide corner or defensive tackle is kind of the vibe here. Man, I think I'm going to go with a corner. I know it might sound kind of crazy, but I just feel like we're in a position right now that we could really use another stud corner. And I think Deonte Banks is probably going to be the better player here. But we will definitely take a look at both guys. Because I know Emmanuel Forbes is a pretty solid guy too. Ooh, wow, 4-3-5. C-man, B-press, C-zone though. I don't love that. Deonte Banks has A-press, B-man. But he might be really bad in zone. But he doesn't have the same speed. I think I'm going to go with Deonte. Yep, normal dev, of course, 92 speed, though. But, I mean, I had to. He felt like the obvious choice. He's 6'2" compared to 6 foot. He's a little bit slower, but he's a lot longer, stronger. You know, just, I don't know, more of what you look for in a corner, I think. And then, of course, Eli Ricks. Oh, no. Damn it. Eli Ricks was the guy I wanted initially. Because I was like, where's he at? Oh, yeah, his speed is ass. That's why he's so bad. All right, so now we're looking at probably linebacker. Jack Campbell. I know Zion Nelson's a solid player. This is tough. Because I could even go tight end, realistically, at this point. Or safety. Safety could make a lot of sense here. Oh, shit. There's just not a lot left there, unfortunately. And Jack Campbell probably could wait on. Oh, shit. I like Roy, but I don't love him. 491 with 34 bench reps, though, is pretty damn solid. I'm going to take him. Damn it, normal dev. Damn it, normal dev. So now if we can't draft a linebacker with this pick, I think I'm going to trade for one with this pick. Yeah, there's not a lot. I'm going to go ahead and trade for a linebacker. It's only a 4th rounder, though, so we're not going to get anybody, like, great. But I just don't really see very much coming out of that draft at the linebacker position. I wonder if Kenneth Murray would be a possibility. Probably not. That's a lot closer than I thought it would be, that's for sure. Okay, so we've got a little bit of wiggle room here. Maybe a next year 5 will get it done. Start with a 6 and work our way back up. Next year 5 look like it's probably going to get it done. And Kenneth Murray would be the perfect linebacker addition to this team. And that got it done. So now we have a young middle linebacker as well. He's not that much older than a lot of these rookies would be anyway, and he's a lot better than they would be. So I'll definitely take that every day of the week. Now we're going to draft our fullback here in the 7th round. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I honestly feel really good about this draft so far. Feels like draft and free agency pretty much went perfect. Went exactly the way that I could have hoped. And with that being said, let's take a look at this roster and see what we're working with right now. You know, obviously, Dak Prescott, Rashad Penny, Bijan Robinson, Deontay Foreman. Obviously, Bijan is not a 78, actually. He's an 80, but not great, but he's only 20, which really makes a difference. So we basically got rid of Zeke Elliott and replaced him with Bijan Robinson. So can't be mad at that. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton, Trey McBride at tight end. Honestly, I feel really good about this team right now. I feel like we could pretty much go toe-to-toe with anybody. Man, Andre Carter being only a 74 is kind of tough, though. That sucks. I thought he was going to be at least a 76. But he's got a hidden dev trait, so kind of makes up for it. We've got 2 really young and good defensive linemen. And then, Jacqueline Roy's only a 70. That's tough. I guess it's not horrible, but definitely not what you're looking for. And I don't know why he's a captain. Shaq Barrett, Kenneth Murray. Then we're going to go ahead and move one of these guys over to outside, probably Quan again. Deontay Banks is a 74. I guess that's not bad. I mean, he could be a really good player, I think. I think he could end up being really good. 92 speed, 76 man, 73 zone, 61 play rec. You get that play rec up even to like a 70 or 65. We're talking probably a 77 overall player. 71 tackle, 92 excel, 83 agility. I mean, you guys see, he's got really good attributes, and I think he's going to be good for us, honestly. 6'2", 92 speed. I mean, can't teach that either. And then kicker and punter, of course. Go ahead and cut Brian Anger. The draft and free agency is officially over, and with that being said, let's look at what we did in this year's draft. Obviously, we took Bijan Robinson, traded up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we got our new superstar running back out of Texas, only 20 years old, 80 overall, and he has a hidden dev trait. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that's a superstar, maybe even superstar X Factor with how good Bijan is. But with the 2nd round pick, we took Andre Carter, who is a 74 overall. So not great overall, but he's also got hidden dev, 21 years old, 85 speed, 88 excel. He's a guy that is definitely going to play a lot for us. And then we got Deontay Banks in the 3rd, who only has normal dev, but 6'2", 205, 74 overall, 92 speed. I mean, that's something you can't teach. You got 92 speed, 6'2", pretty good man cover, pretty good press. Zone is not the greatest, and his play rec's not the greatest, but that'll get up pretty quick. As long as everything goes the way we hope. And then Jacqueline Roy, who was our 3rd round pick, our 2nd third round pick actually, only a 70 overall with normal dev. So that one was kind of a bad pick, but we're talking 3rd rounder. So not like you're going to get an immediate starter there anyway. So we get a depth defensive tackle, and then we got our starting fullback here in the 7th round. And I feel really happy with this draft. You know, I went into this thinking to myself, okay, Bijan Robinson, defensive line. That was kind of the vibe, and we also needed a corner. So we got a young corner that can start for us, and all these guys are really young as well. But before we get a look at our overall team, let's look at this NFL draft and just see how it shook out with the overalls. Tyree Wilson going number 1 is kind of crazy, especially over guys like Jalen Carter and Will Anderson. But it's not the worst pick. He is a 78 overall. But as you guys can see, this draft doesn't have, like, super studs necessarily. It's got some really good players, but nobody that really, breaks the bank in any way. The quarterbacks are kind of meh. CJ Stroud going to the Titans is really good. I like that a lot. And he's got hidden dev. So that makes a lot of sense for him and for the team. I really think Anthony Richardson to the Packers was a great pick as well. The corners went kind of late, Witherspoon going at 18, and then, of course, Bijan. But I don't really think we could have gotten much better. We could have took Jahmyr Gibbs, I guess. Man, he's got hidden dev, but it is what it is. Bijan Robinson was the best running back in the draft. Hopefully it, stays that way throughout their careers. And to take a look at this roster, of course, we got Dak Prescott, Rashad Penny, Bijan Robinson, Deontay Foreman. So, in free agency, I came in and I said, I need to get a starting running back just in case I can't get Bijan. But I feel like Rashad Penny and Deontay Foreman both really fit that mold really well. And they could definitely, start in a pinch or just play, throughout the game, throughout the season, really. We're probably going to sign another running back, probably a young guy, just to fill out the roster. Fullback, of course, we got a rookie. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton, Jalen Tolbert. We did not draft a receiver this year like I was hoping to, but we actually didn't need to with the 2 free agent signings we made, and we have Michael Gallup on a pretty big deal. So we can wait another season, if not 2, to draft another receiver, just because we signed both of these guys to, I think, 3 or 4 year deals. So now we've got pretty much all 4 of these guys, until they're 30. Of course, CeeDee Lamb's going to need a new deal pretty soon, probably in the next year or 2, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even after this season, he'll need a new deal. But other than that, we're pretty good, and we're pretty We're pretty set at the receiver position for the future. Tight end is a position that I don't know. I don't know how to feel, really. I'm not super excited, but I'm not worried either. I think Trey McBride could be a really good player. 87 speed, 90 acceleration. Really what we needed there. Offensive line has become one of the best, if not the best part of the team. We have really good players at every position there. Center, obviously, we could have done a little bit better, but I'm okay with a 74 overall starting there. Defensive line, of course, DeMarcus Lawrence, he's an absolute stud. He is 31, though, so we will likely move on from him pretty soon. Not this season, maybe not even next year. It just depends on what his contract is and how long he's got. So, actually, let's take a look at that real quick. So, actually, he's only signed through next season, so we will probably trade him next year just because he's making $16 million next year, but $26 this year. We're going to keep him just because we need to this year, and then hopefully Andre Carter can step up enough, and maybe we can sign or draft another defensive end to kind of help out on that side. But defensive tackle is pretty solid as well. Definitely need some more depth there, but our starter's okay. Our defensive line could use another stud, but I don't know if we'll be able to get one. But Shaquille Barrett coming over from Tampa Bay was a pretty big get for us. And then we, of course, got a few linebackers here. And then, of course, Micah Parsons. Middle linebacker is definitely a weak point on this team. Really, our defense is kind of weak in general. But we've got enough top-tier talent to make up for that, I believe. And we've got Deron Bland, Jordan Lewis, David Long Jr., and Deontay Banks, Kendall Sheffield, Kelvin Joseph at corner, and obviously Trayvon Diggs. The real reason that I even drafted Deontay Banks is because of the fact that Jordan Lewis is 28 years old. Deron Bland is 24, but I believe he's got normal dev. Oh, he's got star dev. Beautiful. But he's terrible in man coverage. David Long Jr. is a free agent, so Deontay Banks, I think, just made a lot of sense. And then safety, of course. A little bit older, a little bit worse, unfortunately. But next year, I think we have all of our picks. Yeah, we've even got an extra 7th. So I feel pretty good about this team, but we'll see just how good we are this upcoming season. We've got some upgrades here early on in the preseason. CeeDee Lamb, we'll just auto-upgrade that. I don't want to make any signings right now, I don't think. Well, we need some backups everywhere, I guess, so I better just do it. I like Matt Ryan as a backup here. I think he could add a little bit of winning pedigree, and then maybe, there's really not a lot left here. Maybe we sign a guy like, I guess Will Greer wouldn't be the worst thing. I want a fast guy, though, I think. Tyrod Taylor would be nice. And then that way we'll probably get a new one once preseason's over, once all the other teams have made their cuts. Jeff Wilson Jr. would be a great addition. at the running back position. I do want to go a little bit younger, though. I know 27 is not necessarily old, but I would like a little bit younger, like 25 with Justice Hill would be perfect. Just as a, fourth running back. He's not going to play a lot, but when he does play, I'd like him to be good, but also be able to play for a few years for us. Receiver, Scotty Miller could make some sense. Mac Hollins could also make some sense. We're just going to go ahead and add both of them. We don't really have many big body receivers here, so Mac Hollins makes a lot of sense. Tight end, Mercedes Lewis would be nice. Actually, I think I'm going to make that happen because he's such a good blocking tight end. He's basically like having another O-lineman. We are really low on cap space, though, so I'll have to keep that in mind as we're signing other guys here. We've got about $3 million left once we sign this left tackle. We definitely need a backup center. And that's like kind of part of it is that we just don't have enough cap space to be able to sign a bunch of guys. So we're going to sign one more defensive tackle, I think, and then call it good for right now at least. Well, we got $2.27 million, so maybe one more D lineman. Carlos Dunlap would be solid, I think, for this team. And then that way we can make some cuts after the preseason's over and, kind of fill out this roster a little bit more in free agency. Well, we have some upgrades, about 2 only, and Carlos Dunlap and Matt Ryan, so we're just going to auto-upgrade those and get right into these cuts. Actually, before we do that, well, I guess we have to make some cuts to open up some cap space regardless. So, punter and kicker, nothing. Safety, obviously, probably going to cut both of these guys. Definitely need a new backup free safety as well. Really, I'm just trying to make some cap space right now. Ooh, trading Jordan Lewis would open up $5 million in cap space and would also make Deonte Banks a starter. I think I'm going to do that just based on the fact that we don't really need him that much, and we definitely need cap space. So I think trading him would make so much sense just because we don't really need him and we need the cap. But I don't really know who would want him that much. He's kind of a middle-of-the-road corner, and the worst team, or the team with the worst corners I've seen so far is not interested, so that's kind of weird. Washington can make, damn, they don't want him. Okay, Miami makes some sense. We really need defensive tackle. Wow, Christian Wilkins, but he's getting way too much money for us. Christian Barmore would make a lot of sense, but I don't think that the Patriots would be looking to move him. The Rams, but they're not interested at all. I wonder if we could possibly get Bobby Wagner, because the Rams actually cut him in real life, but for some reason that hasn't kicked in on Madden. I'm not sure what just happened there, but my controller just started tweaking out for some reason. But Bobby Wagner would be a solid addition to the team here, but it kind of defeats the purpose of trading away Jordan Lewis, just because of the cap space issue. But at the same time, we are trying to win now, and I do think defensive tackle is our biggest need. So if we could somehow get somebody to play D-tackle, that's better than what we have currently, I would take the extra cap hit to make that work, but I doubt it's going to happen. Tier Tart wouldn't be bad, but at the same time, we have a young guy, 77 overall. You know what? I think our best bet is to just trade him for a pick. I think we're just going to look for the team that needs corner the most, and put him there, and that might even be Tennessee or Minnesota. Minnesota! Let's see, defensive line. They've got some guys. Harrison Phillips would make some sense. Not a huge cap hit either. I wonder if maybe we could get a pick in there, like a fourth, and then we could throw in one of our D linemen that we've got. One of these younger guys, Quentin Bohanna, maybe. How far away is that? Pretty far, okay. Carlos Dunlap, I doubt they're interested in. So it'll probably be Harrison for Lewis straight up, and that won't even work. Okay. Looks like a third-round pick's probably absolute max of what we're going to get here from anybody. Maybe we can get a depth D lineman as well. Man, nobody's even got depth D lineman for us. They do not want us to win right now, guys. That's all I know. They do not want us to win. in terms of depth D lineman. Maybe DJ Wanham. Accepted. All right. So we get 2 4th-rounders and a depth linebacker in a trade. And we also free up some cap space. We free up a spot for one of our young rookies to play more. So I'm happy with that. And we didn't really lose much in terms of, talent. Mackenzie Alexander, you're gone. I'm going to try to trade him. I'm sure we're not going to get much, but, I mean, a 7th-round pick even would be worth it, I think. Larry Borum would make some sense as a swing tackle type. Chauncey Golston, maybe. Kingsley Kiki, maybe. Chuma Adoga and a 7th-rounder. I think that's going to be the deal that we take. Yeah, we're going to take that. Swing tackle and a 7th-round pick. I was hoping for maybe a 7th-round pick max. So definitely ended up getting better than we thought we would on that one. And then Jeff Wilson or Justice Hill. You know what? I know Justice Hill is 2 years younger, but I just think Jeff Wilson's a better player. And at this moment in time, we're in win now mode. So we're going to go with the better player, even though, 2 years isn't a big difference. Let's be real. 2 years really doesn't make any difference. As long as, if we're only going to keep him 1 year, who cares? We've got a lot of receivers, though. Seems like a lot of guys are going to go on the practice squad. I don't really like either of these guys. Simi Fehoko, he might be able to play tight end for us. Actually, I'm going to move him there now just to see, if he's worth keeping. Because we don't really have good tight ends anyway. And actually, while we're here, I'm going to take a look at free agency since we have some, cap space open now. Just to kind of look at some guys that weren't available before. Cooper Rush coming back would be great, but Taysom Hill, I think, is the obvious choice here. He's a guy that we could even use in certain situations, so I'll take that. Running back, yeah, I think we're good there. Tight end, I think we're good there as well. Offensive line was really where I wanted to. Josh Jones, only 26 years old, hitting the market. $2.5 million, though, for a swing tackle is kind of a lot, but it's not that bad. Defensive tackle, Sheldon Rankins and Matthew Ioannidis are both available. Those are both really good players and would be solid pickups. I think I'm going to go with Ioannidis just because he's only 1 overall point less, and we would probably be able to sign one more player based on how much money he's going to make. And I think it's going to be one more O-lineman. But it's got to be less than 1.2 mil. Let's go with Wyatt Davis. Guess we've got more money than I thought. So let's go with Manning here. So now let's go back and kind of look at the squad, see if, there's going to be guys we need to move around, move positions just so they can stay on the roster. Tyrod Taylor's gone for sure. Actually, I'll just wait to do all that. Got our running back set. Receivers, we got to move a couple. Tight ends. I think we'll probably move Jake Ferguson to the practice squad, but I'm not 100% sure. We've got a lot of swing tackles, that's for sure. Move Adoga to right, I guess. That way our backup offensive line is going to be pretty much set here. And we need a backup left guard, so we'll probably move... Well, let's go. Well, let's go! Like, what? I wonder what nationality he is. Not that that matters. So we're good at offensive line now, depth and starters. Defensive line, we're set. Linebackers, we're good to go. And actually, we're going to move probably Quan over to right outside. Because I do want Clark to play. 90 overall speed, he's going to be a good player. And also, so I ran a poll recently on my Twitter page. And if you don't follow me yet on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter at JaceOSweetGaming. The same exact thing you see on the YouTube. But I ran a poll on Twitter recently that said, what do you want to watch when you see Madden and 2K? And a lot of you guys said you don't like to see gameplay. So with that being said, I have fun playing the game, but I also have fun building the team. So I will limit myself to only playoff games in every rebuild I do, unless it's my actual franchise, which I will do every single year. But other than that, no gameplay. Playoffs and my franchise, and that's it, because you guys don't like it, apparently. So works for me. Less time, I guess, that I have to spend. So now I can just, build the team and move on. But I do like to play the game, and that's why I build a team the way I do, so I can play the game. So I'm still going to play the playoffs. So for those of you who do like gameplay, you won't be out of luck totally here. So Casey Hayward. Okay. We might have to sign Casey Hayward because we don't really have much left at corner. Or really, I don't know though. I did just trade Jordan Lewis because we didn't want to have to pay a corner. But at the same time, he is better than Jordan and cheaper than Jordan. So there is potential there still. I guess I'll have to keep my eye on it. Scotty Miller, Matt Collins. We don't really have many big bodies, do we? No, we're going to get rid of Scotty Miller. Just because we already have enough speed, I feel like. We just don't have enough big bodies at the receiver position. The tight end position as well is one of those that we don't really have exactly what you'd want. But I am going to add... I'm going to add Jake Ferguson to the practice squad just because Simi's got way better speed. I know he's not a great run blocker, but that's not what we're going to use him for anyway. And after most of these cuts, we should have enough money to go ahead and sign Casey Hayward if we still want to, which I'm not 100% sure about yet, so I guess we'll see. But I really feel like I should. See, and Jabril Cox is one of those guys that I would like to keep, but we just don't have a spot for him, unfortunately. Outside linebacker, cut him, and now corner. I think we're going to trade Sheffield. That way we can open up a spot for Casey Hayward, and we do need to also sign a free safety. Actually, I might keep Kendall and then put him at free safety, just because we need the player, and we already have somebody that could do it. Man, should I sign Casey Hayward? That's the question. I think I have to, really, at this point. Because we don't even have cap space. Never mind, I can't do it. Literally cannot sign him. So, let's go safety. We're going to sign Rudy Ford, I think. Probably our best bet. Yeah, and he's cheaper than most of the other guys, so that works. So, we got our guy at free safety. Didn't get Casey Hayward, though, unfortunately for us. Got to cut 2 more people. So, let's see exactly what we're going to be cutting here. Probably going to cut Matt Ryan, if I'm being honest. I know we need to cut Chris Rumpf or Quan Alexander. We're going to add him to the practice squad. And then corner. Like I said, we're probably going to cut Matt Ryan. With Taysom Hill as our backup, I don't really see the need for Matt Ryan right now. But let's get right into the season. See what happens. So our season goal, I think, is obviously going to be making the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs this year, it's kind of a bust season, especially with how we formulated the team. I think we are better than we were last year, personally, but I guess we'll see. We're going to go with a dominating offense because that is what this team is built around. We're going to go with... We're playing the Eagles, so let's go with the passing game. Hopefully Dak Prescott can play really well this week. I am running my own playbooks as well, so we'll see how those do in Sim. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I just have the San Francisco playbook on offense. Let's praise Darius Slay. Now, before we get into this Eagles game, we're going to hit the depth chart real quick, formulate that, and we'll be back. All right, so the depth chart is officially done, and let's take a look at the lineup here, just so you guys can get a really good look at what this Dallas Cowboys team is going to look like coming into the 2024 season, or 2023 season, I guess, technically. But offense, pretty good. Offensive line could definitely be better, but we've got 2 superstars and a couple pretty good guys. A couple superstar X factors, quarterback and receiver here. Probably another one at running back, and then we've got a pretty good plethora of receivers as well. Defensively, I'm pretty confident in our defense. Corner could definitely be better, but we have really good pass rushers, really good defensive line in general. I think it's a little underrated. I think Andre Carter's going to play better than his overall says. Same thing with Osa Odigizua. I tried it. Probably didn't do it well, but I tried my best. And then we got corners who are pretty good as well. Obviously, we've got some holes, and we aren't a juggernaut team by any means, but I feel pretty confident about it, and I think I built a pretty good team. So let's simulate to week 7 to see just how good this Cowboys team is. So actually, I decided let's stop at week 5 just to kind of get the first 4 games of the season out of the way, but also that way we can check out our breakout DB, negotiate some players. We've got breakout quarterback, got some upgrades to do as well. So let's see. First of all, look at the weekly awards. We did just beat the Detroit Lions, and Dak Prescott won quarterback of the week. 10 carries for 44 rushing yards and also 4 passing touchdowns is pretty solid for Dak. Now, my big question is going to be, what does our running game look like? I'm sort of confident with Bijan that he will be a good player, but at the same time, I don't really know. So let's go ahead and look at these stats to just kind of see how the team's doing through the first few games. Now, Dak Prescott, only 850 yards, but 8 touchdowns, no interceptions, 71 completion percentage. Bijan, 260 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns isn't horrible, but let's see how he stacks up against the rest of the NFL. That's like, 60 yards a game? I guess it's not bad, but yeah, he's not in the top by any means. So it's not bad, but we're winning, I guess, so kind of, I guess we're doing something right. Our defense, I guess we're middle of the road, really, defensively and offensively. Offense was 18, defense was 16, but we're 3-1. We lost against the Washington Commanders last week, but we won our first 2 games and then just won again. Deonte Banks, okay. Deonte Banks already having a breakout game here against the Cardinals where he could upgrade his dev trait. Now, we also have some upgrades just in general that we can give out. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and auto upgrade just to kind of speed this process up a little bit because we probably will play multiple seasons. It's really just until we win a Super Bowl. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Either till we win a Super Bowl or 3 seasons, unless I feel like we're really close, then I'll keep going until 5. But 5 is pretty much the max that I'm willing to play on any rebuild just because it takes so long to do that many years. But with that being said, let's look at some guys that we could re-sign. Tyron Smith, Trevon Diggs, Malik Hooker, Jaron Kearse, Kenneth Murray. Lots of dudes that we need to re-sign. So starting off with the most obvious, Trevon Diggs, we're going to go ahead and give him pretty much whatever he wants. He wants about 14.5 per year. Let's give him pretty close to that. See how close he is. Perfect. We got him for 5 years too, so it'll his cap will go up as we go. Ooh, Tyron Smith wants a lot of money. You know what? For being 33 years old, I think we're gonna let him walk. I don't think I'm gonna give him $20 million, unfortunately. And that's not an indictment on him as a player by any means. It's just he's a little old, and I think we'd be able to sign someone or draft someone or maybe even trade for somebody, that can step in and start for us. So points per game, we're 9th. Passing yards per game, we're 26th. Rushing yards per game, though, we are 2nd. So Dak Prescott's running the ball really well, along with Bijan and our other running backs. So it seems like we're not leaning on Bijan as much as I thought or hoped, but our running game is still working out pretty well, being the number 2 ranked offense rushing the ball. And then defensively, points per game, we are 3rd, only allowing 18.7 points per game. So that's really why we're winning games. But then defensive pass yards per game is not great. We're 28th. But then rush yards per game allowed, we are 2nd. So we are running the ball and stopping the run and winning games. I mean, you can't really ask for too much more. And with that being said, let's simulate a few more weeks. Let's go to week 7, just because I want to see if we want to make any trades, if we need anything. Deonte Banks got a dev trait upgrade. See, and I knew it was going to be a good idea to start him because I liked him a lot. And now he went from a normal dev 74 overall to a star dev 75 overall. But also, he will be having a few overall upgrades with how much XP he just got. No dev trait upgrade for Dak. Well, you can't really upgrade from a superstar X Factor, guys. So I don't know what the hell they thought was going to happen, but can't be that. Well, you're not productive because you suck. You just got to get the ball, bud. So yeah, let's sim to one more week and see if we need to make any trades. there's really not too much that we could even do in terms of trades, I don't think, at this point, because we don't have a bunch of cap. We don't really have any, disposable players. Wow, we got walloped by the Miami Dolphins, 38-8, and now we are taking on the undefeated LA Chargers at home in Week 7. Now, like I said before, trade deadline is coming up, so really we only stopped here to see if there's anything we wanted to trade for, but I highly doubt it at this point. I don't really see anyone we'd want to trade or anything we really need to trade for. I guess, we could trade away Tyron Smith, but then we'd have a big hole at left tackle right now, so we really don't want to do that. Marcus Lawrence is here to stay. There's really, like I said, not much at all that we could even look to get rid of. I guess Shaquille Barrett could be a guy that we could move, but I'd like to keep him because we do have, playoff and Super Bowl aspirations. Deontay Banks obviously just got an upgrade. I don't think we really need or there is anything we could even trade for at this point without giving up too much, So I think we're just going to stand pat and hope and pray that we do not shit the bed throughout the rest of the season. Deontay is now up to a 75 overall, and we upgraded his zone quite a bit, so he's more of a zone corner now. And then we're just going to go ahead and auto upgrade the rest of these guys, and I guess sim to the end of the year. And we can negotiate with Kenneth Murray now, so I'm going to go ahead and try to re-sign him. Wow, he doesn't want anything. Okay, I'll even give him a little bit more than that. He's happy to stay here. Let's go. I'm happy to have you, Kenny. See, and now we still have about $50 million next year, and that's before we trade or cut DeMarcus Lawrence if we end up doing that, because $16 million isn't a lot for a guy, a player of his stature. But he'll also be, I think, 33, so he'll probably be dropping a few overalls, so maybe we will trade him. We'll see. We'll just kind of see how it goes when we get there. So it is our bye week right now, and we are the #1 team in the NFC East. Marcus Mariota leads the NFL in passing yards. That's insane. Let's see here. DeMarcus Lawrence leads the NFL in sacks as well, so maybe we won't get rid of him. I don't know. Jordan Lewis tied for first in the NFL with interceptions with 3. So maybe we shouldn't have got rid of him. And then tackle leaders, we have Kenneth Murray Jr. is 3rd currently. Well, technically he's 2nd, but Leighton Vander Esch is 1st for some reason right now, which Leighton used to be on our team. We let him walk, and we ended up trading for Kenneth Murray, so it kind of worked out. Dak Prescott only has 4 picks to 17 touchdowns right now. Bijan, I think it's Bijan, 636 yards and 5 touchdowns. Dak almost 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Paris Campbell leads our team in receiving yards. That's pretty wild. Trey McBride with 6 receiving touchdowns. Definitely worth trading Ezekiel Elliott for him. And actually, let's check on what Ezekiel Elliott is doing over there in Arizona. 692 and 8. Not bad at all. He's playing better than Bijan right now, technically. But with his age and cap hit, it was definitely worth trading him for Trey McBride in a 3rd, because that 3rd ended up being Deontay Banks, and he is a stud. So basically we got Zeke Elliott. We traded Zeke Elliott for Deontay Banks and Trey McBride, and I think I'd do that still to this day. And then, wow, Dalton Schultz signs with Arizona. So we basically swapped tight ends as well. Where did Tony Pollard end up? I want to say it was a team I did not expect at all. Patriots, maybe? I want to say Patriots. Tony Pollard. So he's only got 494 with Damian Harris stealing a lot of those touchdowns from him. So, halfway through the season, seems like the moves, the trades, and the letting guys walk that we did last year ended up working out. And we've got some more negotiations that we can get started here. Tyler Biadasz, I think we're going to let him walk just based on how much he wants. I know he's only 25, but at 75 overall, I think we could definitely upgrade. I'd much rather pay an extra like $2 million, $3 million and get like an 82 overall than keep him and have to pay him, $6 million per year. Just doesn't really make too much sense to me. So let's go ahead and sim to the end of the season and see if we make the playoffs. It seems like we're going to right now, though, based on where we are and where the rest of the NFC East is. So it is week 15, And the Eagles have already overtaken us for the lead in the NFC East right after I just got done saying, seems like we're definitely going to win it. Of course, that's what would happen after I say that. Hopefully we can, I don't know, get better somehow. We're only one game behind right now, but we don't play them again. So it's kind of going to be a tough situation for us because we are also taking on the Niners, Giants, Seahawks, and Jets. So all of those teams are pretty solid, and hopefully we can come out mostly with wins and end up winning this division. All right, well, we are one game away from winning this division currently. We pretty much have to, I guess we don't have to win, but if the Eagles win their game, we have to win our game in order to keep the division because we are one game ahead currently. And Bijan Robinson is all the way up to an 84 overall right now. And he's got Superstar X Factor, so definitely was the right selection. Now he's all the way up to an 85 overall, 86 overall. He is an absolute beast. And I wonder what happened these last few games that made him really pop, because it seemed like there wasn't a lot going on here. We're going to give him the balance beam. And Trey McBride with 2 upgrades as well. Looks like we've been doing pretty damn well on that front. Trey McBride's a new player as well as Bijan, and they both have done really well this season apparently. And literally exactly what I was hoping for. So it is week 18 right now. We're going to take a look at these stats to see what has happened here. Marcus Mariota is still second in the NFL in passing yards. DeMarcus Lawrence still leads the NFL in sacks. And Trevon Diggs also is tied in first for interceptions. So not bad. I hope Bijan cracked 1,000 because only 3,700 from Dak and 30 touchdowns pretty much. Only 8 picks, 69% completion, 967 and 9 from Bijan. I say it differently every single time I say his name. 60.5 rushing yards per game isn't great, but 42 broken tackles. 54 is his longest run. CeeDee Lamb's been running the ball a lot out of the Deebo Samuel package as well. Dak Prescott's getting a lot of rushing as well. CeeDee Lamb ended up taking over the receiving, but we had a really, really good year from everybody. Almost 1,000 from our top 3 guys. 620 from our tight end and 10 touchdowns. And then Bijan also added 300 plus and 3 through the air. And then defensively, Kenneth Murray with over 100 tackles is great. DeMarcus Lawrence, 20.5 sacks and 15 tackles for loss. Micah Parsons, only 11.5 sacks. Isn't amazing for what he's supposed to be, but it's okay. Osa, 5 sacks, 8 TFLs. Andre Carter, 9 TFLs, 2 sacks. Definitely need to get that sack number up for him. But definitely a good year, I think, all told. 2 double-digit sack guys, multiple guys with multiple interceptions as well. So defensively and offensively, I'd say we did pretty well. And we are the 8th offense in the NFL currently. Points per game, we are 4th offensively. Pass yards per game, we are 24th. But then rushing yards per game, we are 1st. So I guess Bijan, see, I say it differently every single time. I guess Bijan not having the greatest rookie year didn't affect us that much because Dak ran the ball and CeeDee ran the ball well. Defensive points per game, we are 2nd. Pass yards per game, we are 12th. And then rush yards per game, we are 1st. So not bad at all, in my opinion. Pretty much what we were hoping for. Now, let's see if we can beat these Jets and take this into the playoffs and win this division for the first time in a while. And we did it. The Dallas Cowboys are your 2023 NFC East winners. We pretty much beat up on the Jets that last game. Andre Carter, all the way up to a 77 overall, is amazing. He started the year as a 74. Kind of wonder how that happened with him not having the greatest season, but I'll take what I can get. Damn, Chris Godwin with 23 touchdowns. That's insane. The New Orleans Saints are traveling to Dallas to take on our Dallas Cowboys, and in our first season, we have officially made the playoffs. We have won the division, made it past the wild card, and obviously we didn't have to do too much to get past the wild card, seeing as we had a bye week. But with that said, we are taking on the New Orleans Saints here in our first playoff game as the head coach. Let's take a look at our lineup and see kind of how stuff has changed throughout the season. Tyron Smith has gotten a little better. Will Hernandez, Tyler Biadasz, same thing. Pretty much our whole O-line, our tight end as well. Seems like every single person on the team has gotten at least +1. Bijan Robinson is now a superstar X-Factor 86 overall rookie. Absolute beast. Definitely worth where we drafted him. Definitely worth trading up for him as well. And then we have Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton as well. Looks like Rashad Penny and Deontay Foreman also have had a solid year. Rashad has a star dev. Micah Parsons, of course, is a beast. Kenneth Murray's up to a 78 overall. Jaron Kearse is up to. Trevon Diggs, nothing. Deron Bland, not much. Deonte Banks is up to a 76 overall, so that's really nice. Andre Carter is up to a 79. After a rookie year starting out 74, he still somehow has not played enough snaps to unlock his dev trait, but I would assume it's probably a star dev anyway. So it's not really going to make too much of a difference when it comes to gameplay. And now, like I said before, when it comes to this, I'm not going to be playing every single game, and I'm not going to be playing every single snap because I know how you guys are, and you guys don't really like gameplay too much. So I'm just going to play the playoff games, and I'm just going to go ahead and play what are they called? I'm just going to play the moments here, pretty much kind of go through it. I just want to get some sort of gameplay in. Play a little bit with this team that I've, built myself. But I don't want to take all the time to go ahead and play an entire game either. So, all right. So we've got the first quarter drive, and we're going to go ahead and play that right away. We just want to kind of take a look at this depth chart and just see what's going on here. Okay. So Hendon Hooker is the starting quarterback here in New Orleans. His rookie season, I guess he came out and earned that starting job. They also signed Tyler Huntley, so they've got a decent quarterback room here in New Orleans. And then at running back, of course, Alvin Kamara, and they also drafted Eric Gray and signed Eno Benjamin, so some pretty solid pickups there. I do think Eric Gray is one of the more low-key running back options in this draft. One of the less talked about ones, but I think he's still a solid player. And then, of course, Eno Benjamin's still very young. But wide receiver, they don't have a lot. Chris Olave and Parker Washington are very similar players. And then DeAndre Carter as well, Deontay Hardy. They literally don't have a single receiver over 6'2". I guess Miles Boykin. But then at tight end, Adam Troutman, Mo Alley Cox, and Pharaoh Brown. Pretty solid tight end room. Offensive line is pretty weak. They're okay on the right side. Their center and right tackle and right guard are pretty good. But their left tackle and left guard are meh. Which I can't really say too much because that's similar to my offensive line. Cameron Jordan, of course, and Marcus Davenport are absolute beasts on the D-line. Carl Brooks, a rookie they drafted, looks like he panned out pretty well. Not sure where he went, probably in the second or third round because that was when I started skipping through. But then O'Shane Zimenez, Demario Davis, Pete Werner at linebacker, pretty solid. Marshawn Lattimore, Alante Taylor, and Paulson Adebo, along with Bradley Roby at corners, also not bad at all. And then Tyrann Mathieu, Antonio Johnson, and Marcus May at safety to round that out. So realistically, the Saints have a legit defense. I think the real issue here is their quarterback, and their offense just isn't, like, the best, So we'll see just how good we are, but it looks like Bijan's only got Superstar for some reason right now. I hate when it does that. It's glitching because I probably don't have my... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, see, this defense is legit here. Definitely not how we wanted to start this first drive. I really want Lamb. And intercepted. That was a terrible fucking pass, dude. That was a terrible pass, dude. Like, what the hell was that throw, dude? That was shit. That throw was shit. Like, that wasn't even near what I was hoping for, what I wanted. Like, this is why I don't play Madden anymore, because this game is ass, dude. Like, it is so ridiculous how bad this game can be. Like, right there, I'm surprised that wasn't a touchdown, to be real with you. Hopefully our offense can do something here. We got a third down. Okay. Man, I like Lamb on this, but I don't really want to run a go route necessarily. I mean, I do, but There we go, Dak. Good pass there. Paris Campbell over the middle. Dak's actually gotten a lot better this year, too. He started the year as an 88, ended the year as a 92. So, got a red zone alert. Now, Bijan has not played great so far. You see my puppy. Bijan has not played great so far, and I doubt that's really going to change throughout this game based on how good this defense is. But I'm not going to, get away from the run necessarily, but I'm also not going to force it because I do think Bijan is a very good player, but I also know offensively that you have to take what they give you pretty much. So it looks like we're not getting any blocking from our freaking superstar right guard. No blocks. Dude, this is why I hate this game so much. And like I said, honestly, I stopped doing gameplay on the channel because I know you guys don't like it and don't necessarily want to see gameplay. But I also stopped playing because of this bullshit right here. It's just ridiculous, dude. At this point in the game, you cannot stop the run, but you cannot run the ball. I don't know what it is about Madden, but when they did that new upgrade or the new update, that's all they did. They made it to where you cannot run the ball and you cannot stop the run at all. It's just the most annoying thing ever. When you're trying to play a football game, those are the two main, keys when it comes to winning a football game, in my opinion. Stopping the run and running the ball. But we scored a touchdown with Bijan, so I guess that's good. But my point is, it just seems like kind of asinine that you can't stop the run or run the ball when those are the two key parts in a football game. Yeah, that's on me. Big hit by the rookie corner. Now, obviously, we have a lead right now, but I'm not going to sit here and act like we're definitely going to win this game. We could still definitely lose because the Saints' defense is legit. So I could see us having some real issues with them. Come on. Yep. See, that time I covered it right. Take a field goal. Nothing on offense. Okay, big third down. We're gonna blitz. This is a rookie QB. This is a rookie QB, and we got some legit studs on this D-line. Yep. There we go, baby. Forced to throw out of bounds. Out of bounds. All right, 2-minute drill, baby. Let's go. See, now we can't really lean on Bijan like we would want to in a normal drive because we just don't have the time to. So we're going to change this up a little bit. This isn't exactly the play that I would want to run in this situation, but it'll definitely work. Come on, Michael. Bruh. That felt like it was a good pass. He was open. Marshawn Lattimore just closed. I mean, there's really not too much else you can do about that. Oh, I threw it to the wrong guy anyway. He took way too long to throw the ball, but I threw it to the wrong guy anyway. I do think we're going to have to run it here just because make him kill a timeout. We're not going to get a first down, most likely. That's all right. That's all right. As long as it's a good punt, which we did just sign Townsend in free agency, so hopefully he makes up for that. And big hit. Good job. Solid punt, solid coverage. Kill 15 seconds off the clock and make them use a timeout. And they don't score any points. Beautiful. Third down alert. Walked in here. Third down alert. Come on, CD. Come on, CD. Come on, CD. Let's go, baby. CD Lamb. TD, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I did not think that was going to happen the way that it did, but I'll definitely take it. All right, well, we're at the 1-yard line. This is not the defense that I called, but okay. I don't know what the fuck defense that was. I called a 3-4. 3 dudes on the defensive line. 7 linebackers. I don't know what the hell that was. Damn, they must have thrown an interception. Not great, folks. Definitely not great. There we go. Good job by the D-line. Osa's been a beast so far. Definitely like him a lot. Definitely need some safeties again. Good defense. Kamara's definitely been beating us right now. Come on. Fuck. Safety, you gotta be there, bro. Malik Hooker, you are ass, son. Like, what the fuck? You are ass, bruh. Straight up trash. Dak Prescott, it's on you, Bubba. Hopefully Bijan can get a hole. Damn, man. Our run game is, wow. 19 for 96 and 2 tutties for Bijan when I'm not playing as him. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm trash, I guess. Damn, bro. Why do they throw it like that? Dude, like, he was open, and he led him to not being open. Like, please make that make any sense to me. We're going to run a slant with our tight end here just because I like Trey McBride a lot, and I think he's best off one-on-one with a safety or a linebacker, and that's what we got just now. Yeah, I'll go quick with it. I don't even care at this point. We got 2.5 minutes, so probably try to run it out of this formation here, just because of the fact that we get one more run play pretty much in this entire drive, and it's 2nd and 4. Ooh, Bijan got some speed. That boy got some speed. He hit that hole and was about to take off. Honestly, we might run it again with him. Shit, they're in fucking Hail Mary. Why not? Why not? Right? Like Russell Wilson, or Russell Westbrook, I should say. There we go, Bijan. Bijan. Damn, son. 120 in his first playoff game. Zeke Elliott, we do not need you. We do not want you. Get the hell out of here. Oh, that cut was nasty. Oh, that cut was nasty. See, now basically we got this game in the bag. We just got to make sure we don't turn the ball over and hope we get one more first down realistically, because, you know, with the clock and their timeouts and everything, they'll probably start taking them now, like I said. 2nd and 7. We really, really want to pick up another first here. But I don't want to force anything, of course. Let's move our fullback out. See what that changes for us on the defensive side. Shit. Well, we're just going to keep running it at this point. Why would you not do that? Bijan. First down. Oh, baby. Bijan almost just iced that game with a first down right there, bro. That was so close. Oh, it was so close. I would have went for it, too, if we were winning right now. But I'm not going to give the ball back to him. Tie game. Yep, got to make a big stop here. You already know what I'm about to do, folks. Y'all already know what I'm about to do, baby. Bring that blitz. Bring the hammer down, son. Let's get it. Come on, DB. Get to his ass. Get to him. Damn, son, you got to tackle. See, that's the problem that I've noticed with Madden lately is these motherfuckers just don't tackle for shit anymore. Like I said, you can't stop the run at all because nobody can tackle. You see what I'm saying? Nobody can tackle, bruh. Tackle that man, please. God damn.
Hey, check that.
Thank you. Thank you, rookie. Thank you, rookie. Thank you, rookie. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'll see y'all later, New Orleans. Peace out, Girl Scout. 24-21, narrow victory over the New Orleans Saints. And Dak Prescott did not play well. 2 interceptions. One of them was on me, of course, but 13 for 22, just not great. But Bijan Robinson, baby, 25 carries, 142 yards with 2 touchdowns with 5.6 average yards per carry. You heard that right. 5.6 yards per carry on 25 rushes, bro. That's insane. And then, of course, we had CeeDee Lamb with the long touchdown. And not really too much after that, but pretty solid game overall. We obviously got the win, so I'll take that. And we are on to the NFC Championship game. And let's see if, I don't know, can rookie Bijan take us to the damn Super Bowl? I wouldn't be that surprised, honestly, if he did. Deontay Banks got himself another upgrade. We're going to obviously give him zone because that's what he needs the most. And Deontay Banks, man, he's been a great player for us too. Pretty much exactly what we were hoping for. And we are taking on the Carolina Panthers this week, which kind of surprises me, but they are 10-7, so I guess they were one of the better teams in the NFL this year, or NFC, I should say. But to make the NFC Championship game a year after doing what they did last year is kind of insane. But let's get right into it. See who wins. Let's see if these Cowboys can make it to a Super Bowl in year one of the rebuild. If that's the case, this would be the easiest rebuild I've ever done. We are here in Dallas for yet another home playoff game. And that's what happens when you're the 1 seed in the NFC, baby. You get some home playoff games. Of course, this Carolina defense is pretty solid. Same exact thing that happened to us last week against the Saints, the first few plays. So we're going to take a look at this depth chart, just see what's going on. Jameis Winston, Miles Sanders, DJ Moore, Tyler Scott, Tim Patrick. Solid team, Michael Mayer, but nothing, Cody Mouch, nothing that I go, wow, this is an insane difference from what is in real life. Brian Burns up to a 94 is pretty nice. Zach Harrison, I saw he was a superstar X Factor, so their defensive line's full of beasts. Derek Brown, Frankie Louvu, Denzel Perriman, Shaq Thompson, J.C. Horn, Dante Jackson, C.J. Henderson. Jeremy Chin, Xavier Woods at the safety position as well. So they're a really solid team overall, but I think they're a lot like the Saints that we played and beat last week because they're very lackluster offensively. I think the Saints might even be a little bit worse. That was on me. I should have definitely not thrown it to him, but I think the Saints might be a little bit worse on the offensive side of the ball just because they don't have quite the receivers, but pretty similar teams. Bam. That I got lucky on because he got pressed, boy. He got pushed around. He looked like some of them dudes in Destroying these one-on-ones. Just getting absolutely bullied. All right, so let's see what we can do out of this concept here. Damn it, bro. He was so wide open. Oh, if I would have thrown that just a second earlier. Damn it, bro. That was a terrible throwback. The hell was that, bro? What the hell was that, bro? I want CD right here bad, but I doubt he's going to be open. Wow, he was. Oh, well. I'll take what I can get, man. I will take what I can get. We're going to run this ball. Like I said, they have a great D-line, so it's going to be real tough running the ball on this team. Ooh, Bijan. Bijan, baby. Damn, he is good. Damn, he is good. Got one good run. Let's try to do something different here. Bam. Good job, Bijan. He really is a freaking beast, dude. Like, he touches the ball, and you can feel the difference, honestly. Like, that dude's different. I mean, shit, last week he had almost 200 rushing yards, and I wasn't even the one doing that. He was just doing that because he was just that good. Damn. I was cutting that to the right, but D lineman popped off right at the right second for him. Wrong second for me. Man, I really want to go to Lamb on this, but I know I'm going to get him. I know I'm going to get him, baby. Yeah. CD, TD. Let's go, baby. Okay, 4th down alert. Oh, it's our 4th down. Okay, I thought it was defense. I'm definitely not going for it. Oh, that's a bad kick. I guess Evan McPherson's pretty solid. I guess he's a pretty solid kicker, so kind of makes some sense, I guess, that he made that. Ooh, barely made it, though. I should have been a little bit more worried than I was, I guess. Because, damn. Wow, they scored a touchdown. Okay. 3rd down alert at the 48-yard line. Ooh, okay. Trey, baby. Trey Baller. I need you right now. I need you. Yup. Trey Ballin. Trey McBride is a beast. That's why we traded for him. We literally traded Ezekiel Elliott for Trey McBride and Deontay Banks, pretty much. Can we make a 58? Ooh. It looked solid. But we traded we traded Zeke Elliott for Trey McBride and a 3rd-round pick that turned into a starting corner for us on a NFC Championship team. So it looks like we might win this game right now, but we do have to get this ball back on this down, on 4th down. Damn, they're going for it? That's pretty insane, I think. This is pretty wild, in my opinion. Trayvon, baby. Trayvon, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl. We are going to the Super Bowl. Year 1 of the rebuild. Dallas Cowboys. I'm doing stuff that they can't do in real life, apparently, because what the hell, bud? I mean, when you go ahead and draft Bijan Robinson, you might just have a chance at doing something. What's his stats looking like right now? I'm sure he's having a pretty good game, but I doubt it's like last week's, because that was insane, dude. 156 rushing yards, but I would bet Bijan's probably got 100 of that. 74, so not even 100. Okay. That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. I mean, he just had 50 last week or something like that. So, I'm going to go QB draw. This is probably dumb of me. I don't even care because it's a touchdown, baby. Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy, get at me, son. Get at me, bro. Fuck a Kellen Moore. I'll be the OC. You heard me? We're going to the Super Bowl, folks. It is officially official. All right, so they scored a touchdown. Going for an onside. That was a horrible kick. Horrible onside kick. Probably the worst one I've ever seen in my life. That was absolute trash. And that'll do it. Damn. They came back on my ass. 21-27. The game's over, but, I mean, you never really... Jesus, dude, what the hell? That's got to be some kind of glitch. That's got to be some kind of glitch, bro. Because there's no way they did that shit on purpose 2 times in a row. Damn, Baker Mayfield winning playoff games over in Indianapolis. That's pretty wild. That wouldn't surprise me that much either if that happened. Jameis Winston outplaying Dak Prescott, but still losing the game because Bijan had 80 yards. And Dak Prescott actually had a pretty solid game rushing as well. CeeDee Lamb had 63 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown as well. Tyler Scott absolutely demolished us, but CeeDee Lamb had a pretty good game. So, and of course, we're going to the Super Bowl. Dallas Cowboys fans, you're welcome. This is the first time any of y'all that are under the age of like 50 will get to see your favorite team win a Super Bowl. And we are taking on the one and only Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, of course. Who else really at this point? But we have the number 4 scoring offense, the 26th passing offense, the 1st rushing offense, the 2nd scoring defense, 9th passing offense and the 9th passing defense and the 1st rushing defense. And Kansas City has the 5th scoring offense, 8th passing offense, 23rd rushing offense, 1st in scoring defense, 3rd in passing defense, and 2nd in rushing defense. So very, 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 very similar teams, it seems like here. We are even 1 win away from each other, only an overall point away from each other. So it's just the beginning, baby, because we gonna win multiple. Even though if I win this, I'm going to quit this rebuild and move on to the next one, which is coming soon. So let's get some upgrades done and get into the Super Bowl and see if we cannot come out on top for once in our lives. My defense needs help already. Shit, son. It's been 30 seconds and they are already at the 9-yard line. So, of course, Pat Mahomes. Wait, is that Carson Wentz? Yep. Pat Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco, CEH, Kadarius Toney, Mecole Hardman, MVS, Kelsey, of course. They went ahead and drafted Tucker Kraft in the 1st round, I believe. Zion Nelson, new left tackle. Offensive line's pretty solid. They signed Isaiah Wynn in free agency. Defensive line's pretty solid, of course. They signed Javon Hargrave. Okay. Nolan Smith, also, as a rookie, is pretty solid. Nick Bolton at linebacker. Willie Gay. L'Jarius Sneed, Trent McDuffie, Will Jackson. Pretty good team. Juan Thornhill and Justin Reed at safety as well. Very, very good team in every position. I honestly don't think we're going to win this game, but we'll see what happens. I don't see it, but we'll see. Yeah, that's a touchdown. I knew that was a touchdown as soon as he gave it to him because it was just... Whenever you're actually playing the game, you can't really do much of anything, unfortunately, defensively. It's ridiculous, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Paris Campbell somehow caught that. I thought he was running a go route for some reason. Honestly, though, this is a tough team to play against regardless offense or defense because their defense really is so good, too. That was a good run. Good run, Bijan. Run the same play. See if we can't score a tutty. Yeah, come on, bro. That man was offsides. Literally lined up behind my offensive line. Deontay Foreman coming in here in a Super Bowl. Can Deontay Foreman score a touchdown in the Super Bowl to tie it up against the Chiefs? No, he cannot. Okay. Answer my question pretty damn quick. Okay, I didn't even get to call my play, but all right. Now, QB draw, I did this last week and it worked. And it didn't work this week. The only reason I'm going for this is because of the fact that it's Pat Mahomes. Throw the damn ball, dude. Thank God. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. Deontay Banks. Pick it off Pat Mahomes. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Rookie corner. Picking off the best quarterback in the league in the freaking Super Bowl, son. Don't get better than that. All right. Now we got to, like he just said, now we got to finish the drive. We got to make sure we can get this in the damn end zone here. Damn, what? Bruh, throw the fucking ball, dude. Throw the ball, dude. That was just ridiculous, dude. He had so much time, it felt like. Damn, Bijan, bro, you got to. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to score a touchdown on this drive, unfortunately. Come on, Bijan, get some blocks. Damn, dude. Block. Just fucking block. All right. That's all right. Take the lead for now, I guess. Definitely should have capitalized with a touchdown on that. Damn. They scored quick. Like I said, I don't think we're going to win this game, unfortunately, for us. Bruh. Come on, man. We're going to lose this Super Bowl for sure. We just can't stop Mahomes. Can't get enough pass rush going. Can't do anything, really. Got a turnover on him, and he couldn't turn it into points. Trayvon Diggs! Let's go! Trayvon Diggs, what an interception, bro. That was insane. I got to instant replay that. That was nice. That was nice. He just, yep, give me that. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. I guess a yard, maybe. Not what you're hoping for right there, but I guess I'll take what I can get. I want to go to Paris Campbell here, but Gallup might be open. Campbell. There we go. There we go. Get something going. Man, Dak has not been great this playoffs. He's thrown an interception in every single game. Ooh, damn. Big hit. Big hit. Come on, Bijan. I don't really want to run this because the damn... I don't know. It's 2nd and 1, I guess. First down? First down! Barely. There we go. There we go. Good job, Bijan. Pick up 5. I'll let that slide. 5 on first down is not bad. Boom. First down. There we go. Mercedes Lewis. He was a late free agent pickup too, so yeah, we're not gonna get this ball off. Mercedes Lewis was a pretty good late free agent pickup. I knew he was gonna be able to block well, but he's catching balls in the damn Super Bowl, so pretty much as good as you could have hoped. I know this play isn't gonna work, but it's Bijan, so it might. Ooh, it did. Oh, it did. Oh, Bijan, you're such a beast. He's such a beast. Beast, John. All right. That was nasty, bro. That was nasty. I really do like Bijan. I drafted him before in my Bears rebuild that I did off the channel. And it seemed like I just couldn't get him to hit his stride. But I also think that was just because we were playing the first few games. You know, we were playing against a good D-line. We had a lot of issues. Man, he is good. He just keeps on churning. And I think it helps, of course, now that his superstar, X-Factor, or superstar traits are available. And that's a friggin' tutty, buddy. That's a friggin' tutty, buddy. hopefully we can stop them on defense, because that's really what it's going to come down to right now. We've intercepted Mahomes twice, but Dak threw an interception himself, so only, 10 points off those 2 picks, too? Can we get a game sealer? I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Oh! I saw it, and I didn't do it. I saw it. God, that's my biggest pet peeve right there. We intercepted it again, I think. Damn, Mahomes throwing the game away, bruh. Damn. Wow, I got lucky as hell. Jet sweep. I wonder. That probably won't work. Well, not really the time you want to try dumb shit, I guess, right? Let this clock kind of run down, run the ball. Because really, we need to score some more points. We can't give Pat the ball back. There we go, baby. 2nd and 5. We'll go to the 2-minute warning. See? Bijan in this rushing offense, you can't stop it, buddy. You can't stop it. Sorry. Nice try, but you're not stopping him. Like, man. Apparently, he is what Zeke Elliott was supposed to be. Because we're in the Super Bowl now. Bijan. Okay, 3rd and 3. And they're taking a timeout. We're going to come out and act like we're going to run the ball because we might. Ooh, this is spicy territory, folks. I think I'm just going to say fuck it. We got to go against Pat Mahomes. Pick up. Yes. Yes. Dak Prescott, baby. Giving his legs a go and picking up the first down to likely ice this game. And Bijan Robinson can't be stopped. Oh boy, this is lit, bro. I feel very accomplished right now. This is the first time in history of my Madden rebuilds that a team in year 1 has won the Super Bowl, especially because of how I drafted and how I did free agency. Like, it legitimately feels like I won this Super Bowl for this team because I traded up for Bijan. You guys have watched this video. The entire idea here was draft Bijan, and that will fucking do it, baby. That will do it. Bijan putting this thing to bed. Good night, Patrick Mahomes. Bye. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 24-14 too, so we ended up really beating them pretty badly here. Mahomes still had a great game, but 2 interceptions will stop you from that. Bijan, 23, 143 yards, 6.2 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns, bruh. What can you do? You can't do shit about that, bruh. That's insane. Let's go. Well, the Dallas Cowboys have won the Super Bowl in year 1 of the rebuild. Like I said before, we won that Super Bowl because of the way that I built this team. Got rid of Zeke Elliott. We let Tony Pollard walk. We traded up and drafted Bijan. And this man just was Super Bowl MVP. Not even close. Not even close. Like, Andy was probably our playoff MVP. I mean, the first game he had 150 yards. Oh my gosh, bro. That's insane. I got my contract extended. 2023 season recap. Bijan Robinson, rookie running back, was the Super Bowl MVP. DeMarcus Lawrence won Defensive Player of the Year. The Dallas Cowboys have won the Super Bowl, thanks to me, I guess. Well, like I said, once we win a Super Bowl, that's when I end the rebuild. I honestly kind of want to keep this one going. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to keep this one going, because this one's been a lot of fun. And I would definitely be okay with turning this into like a play every single week kind of a vibe, because we already won the Super Bowl. We've got a beast running back. We've got a beast team in general. So let me know down in the comments if you guys want to keep this one going. But with that being said, that's going to be it for this episode. I appreciate y'all for watching. This was a pretty long one, so I hope you guys stuck around to make it this far. And if you did, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss another upload, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.